Where is Langa?
In Cape Town.
Where is Langa? What exactly where? And then how would you describe it? How do you get to Langa?
That's a very good question, by the way, because I tell you, funny question. I'm so happy you asked this question because I always struggle with this, right? So, like I said, I was in private school, right? And I'd need lifts a lot to go home or to get picked up for games. Now, I had to be smart. I couldn't say Langa is next to Bontierville, and I couldn't say Langa is next to Ethlo. There's only one thing I could say. You can guess. It's near Pinelands. The moment I mentioned the word Pinelands, I know Pinelands. Let's go. Literally, I kid you not, and that for me was like a reality check. I don't know. It just made me feel. I don't know what exactly. I kind of haven't really sat down with that thought, but I've experienced it a lot, where describing Langa is like very tough. Like the moment I say Ethlone, it's like, sorry, I can't, or nah. But the moment I say Pinelands, I'm saying no, it's right near Pinelands. Like when you go to Pinelands, obviously I know it's but like that even kind of that explanation for me was also an insight of I might think Langa's safe, it's beautiful and stuff, but there's still people out there who don't know what's happening in here. And so you asking me that question really brings me back to that feeling of like having to navigate how to describe Langa, or what even lions say by the airport, and the airport is so far, you know. So yeah, where is Langa really? Yeah.
Hey yo, Strictly 4, I'm a cheetah, hanging on the street corner. This the soundtrack to many lives lost. The validation proclamation to achieve a profession to question is opposition to politician. Our succession comes at a cost. It's unpayable, of course. We are victims to gangster rhythms. Success don't matter, I got the symptoms. From Jehovah Witnesses to Jesus on the cross. Ubundu flows in our family tree. The bourgeoisie put a price tag on my family tree and sell it cheap like an item on Gumtree. Now the whole world believing and perceiving that they know me. But my history is unwritten, so my wrongs are forgiven. My sins tend to wins, you're dealing with angry children. The ghetto got us, our history cuffed us. But politics aside, my nigga, let the story begin.
And I'm 3 years older than Vezi. I was like 12, I think, yeah. So yeah, we played cricket together, did everything together, fought a lot, did a lot of shit together, like getting to gangster shit and stuff, drinking, smoking, and all that. But yeah, like akulula ukulela uksheni, because you get easily influenced, because you show me, and like most of the time you find namachita, like the style nisinxibayo, like nizipressure makwenu, like bani nifuna unxiba yonke into enxitywa ngumntu wongapha phandle. So it's not easy, like to grow up in the township. So yeah, have a great life. Vezi, played cricket, played for SA. We pushed together until now. We're still playing as well. Yeah, I'm doing my thing on the side. And then from there, from growing up, it's like because like we didn't know what to do in life. So sometimes we'll go to other places like Gooks, Kailicha for Macheri. But now like such change, someone is right. Like there's more life than is but like Mawenzimal and stuff like that. Yeah, well. Yeah, like we were a crew of TCP and yeah, like we're not 14, 15, yeah. Sichaya, Sisela, Singalali. Think I mean you funny hands, right?
Even more
yeah. I remember this Vezi. We stole the car. Yeah. And then we went to town to fetch 2 chicks. And then we brought them here by his commander's house. Yeah. Special. And then the police came. There's gang money there, yeah. And the police came, bruh. and like, we're like in deep shit. Yeah, well, but like we had to do that, man, because peer pressure and it was a festive season 26. So with Nemali, so we had to have something by except Masonwabe, yeah, well. So yeah, but like we've learned from that, we've grown out, yeah, well. Yeah, that's all I can say. Like, and the eyes and 19 is New Zealand. It's a part of that. Yeah, it's like we trying life. See, because abanye abantu basekwi-gangsterism thina saphuma kulo nto. Yabo.
Lucas.
Yeah, so.
No, if you have anything
Oh,
to say.
into Anasekas.
Yeah.
Okay. Wana sekas, exeme bro, batabakwas, batabandas, aibo chan. How long do you know this?
Yo, I've been long. I know him for long, my bro, since 2016.
Why do you call him Tupac?
I used to call him Tupac just because when I cut him Chiscop, it looks exactly like Tupac. That's how I get to call him that name.
And how long's the barbershop?
It's been a long time, yeah, but yeah.
How's business here, bro?
Bit by bit, we are pushing it, but we thank God for everything. Yeah, my man.
Okay, no, that's good. How's Langa? Do you live here?
Langa is treating us good, especially these days, you know. It's not longer like before. Yeah,
There's
before
no
it
problem.
was so, you know, on business we face so many challenges. Yeah, but now we thank God for everything, that everything is right.
Like, no challenge. What challenges did you face before?
Like, you know, people, they can come for those ones who exactly grew up here in Langa. Especially for those ones who grew up here. They can even come say that, cut me, my man. They sit cut. Once I done the cut, they just go out without paying, you know. Then when you ask them to pay, they tell you that, no, man, I've been here for long. I cannot pay for this shit, you know. So we cannot say anything. We just only see them how we used to. Yeah, sorry? Always pay. You never disappoint this guy. That's why I always call him too much. Yeah. We all get happy with that.
Let me tell you where I'm from.
Jungle walk, Nemo Shesh, where I'm from, up in Strong. I got family up in Gas, I got family Nasin Zone. I call Nix, inside Prover, Daba Yako bound on. So guess like this, Funuban Gigs and Born and Pilo, Bunyum Bomb. I'm the shit, you can't base me jack, cooler than your heroes.
Everyone is diverse here. Like
everyone is diverse.
I'm
the
mixed.
most-
I'm
yeah.
Zulu and Xhosa.
I
So
feel like-
is Vezi.
I feel like we're the most welcoming township than any other township.
I'm a beast, boring Yukucho, meaning I said Sukucho, Niti Mali, Yonke, Kos, and Bano, Pila Kapsungucho. Yeah, we can solo consequence.
Of growing up is just the fact that you not living the way other kids are living. Like, it's not very easy. You have to work a little harder, like 10 times harder just to thrive. It's also not easy to be in the township because it's also a small township and it can be toxic. So you need to pick a side, really.
Yeah, we can solo consequence.
It's people that you associate yourself with. So I got friends like them, more my smaller circle, younger circle, but more, how can I put it?
But more
More reserved. Yes, thank you for that word, English. Yeah, so I've got them, and then I've got my other friends, my wild friends, where we're known for. I wouldn't include myself that much, but I'm part of that group. So whenever they talk about that group, ichomizo sanke. So we're known for like not so good things.
the power of
Not such good things, I tell you. Fights. If it's not fights on the weekend, it's always drinking on the weekend. So we, you know, but I feel like it is a challenge for me growing up in Langa, being the girl that I grew up being, and then going out there, because now people are looking at me like, yo, now where? Even you are going out like this. Even you are getting drunk every weekend. And honestly, for me, it's like I don't give two flying fucks. I'm sorry about that. Like, I don't give two flying fucks.
Yeah, but people put on like a
Because-
reputation on you.
Exactly, people
It-
put a
it's
certain
not
perception
you. Yeah.
of you, but okay, she grew up in such a humble home, she she used to be such a quiet girl. Why all of a sudden the turn? I feel like we need that in our lives. Like we need to experience both sides, the quiet side and the wild side. You know? And here, especially this part of Langa, like this side, outside of Langa.
It's very like can go back.
In fact, I don't even want her to say anything because she's never really out there, especially here. But all I can say, this side of Langa is just
Can you say the least?
Yeah,
that's it. You know. Even with him, he's like the reason why he's asking me that question is because I would ask him the same thing. How did you get on the streets? Because
You
know,
need that experience. I like that you said that you need it. Like,
you need that experience. You need to know what's going on because.
So would you say the street? I mean, what are you getting at? Because is this street completely different from the rest of Langa?
Maybe
not the street, this
like the whole hood,
this
like
side from here to to Bunga or to the police station. So this is the side of Langa that is just, and we know each other so well.
It's
so
calm.
It's
it's calm.
Just calm-ish.
But it's calm-ish when you look at it. But just get to know the people right here. It's crazy as fuck. But like it's a place, honestly, I don't regret growing up here. And if I would be told to give back to any other place, it would be my hood.
I was telling Vezi, like, it felt from the stories that he was also telling me, it almost feels like in your adolescence you learn 10 times more than some people would. Some other people in other places. I'm not gonna say which place, but like, you know,
I mean, like you don't have to experience it, but if someone close to you experiences it, and it hits
you hear
home.
just everything, so you learn so much about life just in a short space of time.
Now, with my other friends, right? I'm throughout, like amongst all my friends, not them, but like the others. I don't listen to like and I don't like that. Like honestly, that's not my vibe. So when let's say for example we're chilling at my friend's flat, I want to plug in, play music. Like hip hop. You listen to hip hop.
It even go as far as listening to music, like the way what type of music
can
you
you
listen
just,
to.
Exactly. And you'd be like, can you just give it a chance? Can you just try and listen to my music? Can you just try and listen to some for once? No, it's a huge issue. It's a huge you must go listen to that music when you with Moni and them. I'm like, okay, so is it that?
So they almost like telling you how to be black.
How to be black? Like no, tell us how to be the same thing. Whereas we're not the same.
And we're not
we're not the same. We're not gonna do everything.
Like they're boxing you into
this.
Exactly.
We're not gonna do the same thing.
So as people would say, or as in English, we cut from a different cloth. We're all cut from a different cloth.
All of us.
Jay-Z said that Jay-Z cut from a different cloth.
That's the man.
Nah, real
like,
talk.
We grew up in different backgrounds. As much as we grew up here in this township and we know the area and we know how the things work, but your values and what you grew up with is what you will always carry. Sometimes you tend to be losing those morals and values and all that stuff. But when you're sitting alone, you tend to go back to those things. I'm like that. I'm like, okay, this is not the way I grew up, first of all. My mother has never went out and partied until 3 a.m. in the morning, come back drunk, like, I forgot my keys. Sometimes but yeah. As I said, we cut from a different cloth. We're not going to be the same. Yeah, we're going to have friends. You're going to have friends that are different. You need that. You need different people in your life so that you can know, okay. Sometimes those people keep you alert. I'm more alert now about things more than I was before because of the different groups that I've had in my life, or different friends, different types of friends that I've had.
Would you say, again, like you were able to have that mentality because of growing up in the Kasi and because of the different people you interacted with, you were able to now take that lesson and use it with other people that you're now meeting?
Pretty much, yes. Yeah.
I'm going hard. Kawan complain. Nyondo yambi kia last leka. Ya Joe for.
Honestly, with me going back to being me, it took a lot of things.
Yeah.
The people that I associate myself with, I love my friends, don't get me wrong,
Sure.
but sometimes those things, you just look at them and you're like, but this is not for me. This is not me. Like, it was never Usamge in the first place. But Usamge was out there because she felt like she needed that experience. She needed to know that side of life. But then taking a step back and just self-reflecting. For me, I write a lot. Like, I reflect a lot. I write a lot. But I write and burn stuff. Sometimes I'd write it in the form of a song, and then I just like, yeah, okay, cool, burn it. Or poem, yeah, burn it. But like, it takes all that self-reflection, looking into who you really are.
Wana se gas, ekseme bro, bata bakwas, bata bandas, aibo chan, bantatela panty mos, bantatela panty mos. Wana se gas, bata bakwas.